Good morning, everyone. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome to our week 6 wrap up. It is the 30th session, the end of our 6th week, and that's phenomenal. It's amazing the amount of information we have covered over the past 6 weeks, but what even blows me away more so is how fast these past 6 weeks have gone. And as I was just saying, today is our week 6 wrap up. It's our 30th consecutive session. I'm here every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. New York time. We go live. We have beautiful conversations, enlightening conversations, true conversations about guidance and wisdom and healing. And every single session we end with a meditation. But Fridays, today is all about you. Now, of course, during the week when we get to the end of the sessions, if there's time and you have questions, I take questions and answers. But Friday is all about you. It's all about the things going on in your life, the things you're wondering about. It could be relative to what we talk about here, to the sessions we've been having, and it doesn't have to be, thank you so much, I see you, and right back to you. I send that love and gratitude right back to you. Thank you. So it doesn't have to be related to meditation or our spiritual growth or healing ourselves. Thank you. It could be about whatever's going on in your life. If you feel comfortable enough to share and express or ask something, then I would be honored to read it. I would be honored to use my life experiences and my intuitive gifts to lend you some insight and guidance. And as I said, it could be based on what we've been doing about meditation, about healing, about going within, separating from the thoughts and the emotions, really becoming the observer and connecting more with our celestial energy. Or it could be about relationships, black holes, unicorns, rainbows, the weather. Whatever you feel comfortable talking about, I want you to truly know that I am here for you. And when I say I'm here for you, I mean that. I'm not asking you for anything, but if there is something going on in your life and you feel you don't have somebody that you can share these things to or you can express these things to, then I'm here for you. And know the truth. It's often easier sometimes to share and express these things to strangers or people we really don't know than it is to those closest to us because of our fear or apprehension, because of their judgments, expectations, and things of those sort. So again, if you're comfortable sharing, if there's something going on in your life that you're trying to come to terms with, get some advice on, some clarity, or you just want to stand out there in the middle of the woods and scream, if you're comfortable sharing it, I would be honored to read it. Of course, we're going to have our nice meditation today, but there is no topic. This week, we have covered a tremendous amount. We've talked about the collective consciousness. We've talked about truly mindful eating and not just the senses aspect of it, but the awareness of what you're putting into your temple. We've talked about the one true awareness, traveling beyond that. We've talked about astral projection this week, and all of the sessions are available to watch. You can see every session we've had over the past 6 weeks, but you right now, I see you there and I see you there. If there's anything going on, if there's something you want to share, you can even say hello, how you doing? Communicate, connect. I say all the time when you're walking down the street or in the supermarket and you make eye contact with somebody, it's okay to nod at strangers. It's okay to say hello. When you're at the checkout, make small talk and conversation. Be pleasant and polite and extend courtesy and kindness, compassion and sympathy to everyone around you, as I'm doing right now. So I'm asking, and I'm literally asking you, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? How are you feeling right now? Right now. How are you feeling? Come on. One of you has to have that strength and courage to step forward and express and say and type that response. There we go. What does that say? hopeful. That is absolutely incredible, because hope is the best thing you can do. Being hopeful is the best thing you could do, because we've been so conditioned to thrive on expectation. And what is expectation? It's one of the most dangerous things we could do. We create this scenario in our head. We create this outcome of an event in our head. We create an imaginary way that people should be, learn, study, and then we hold them hostage to that expectation. I expect you to do good in school. I expect you to be home at a certain time. I expect you to do a good job. I expect the world to embrace peace. We can't do that. It's one of the most destructive things we can do to ourselves and those around us, and it's one of the dumbest energies we can project. Expectations. I expect. But hope. I hope you're home on time. I hope you do well in school. I hope you do good at your job. I hope the world embraces peace. You are alleviating yourself that heavy weight that expectation puts on us, and you are embracing a lighter, higher vibrational energy by projecting hope, because hope is freedom. Hope is understanding everyone is on their own journey. Expectation is the complete opposite. Everyone should be doing what I think they should be doing. You should be doing this. They should be doing that. Why isn't everyone doing this? I don't understand this. And that's expectation. So good for you, man. Pirate, that is a beautiful thing. I'm glad you are feeling hopeful. Absolutely fantastic. So who else? What else? How are you feeling? I was so positive about my doctor's appointment yesterday, and I'm so glad I did. I had hope too. Excellent, Rosie. I was going through my messages this morning, Rosie, but I had to take Walter to the hospital this morning, to the doctor. He's still there now having some tests done. I will get back to you, but I'm glad to hear you are feeling hope today. And it's a really interesting thing, because I'm feeling hopeful too. I took my dog into the vet this morning. They're doing a biopsy on the leg. They're going to do an ultrasound on him just to see if the cancer has spread anymore, and they're really going to test it, because there is this rare fungus disease that's not so rare in this area of Illinois, and they just want to rule that out. So he's there right now. And as I left, I was in the car. I was really sad. And I was turning that sadness into that positive energy, thinking about all the beautiful moments I've had with Walty, and how I will, even if he does only have a few months more to go, I will make him so comfortable and spoil him and do all those amazing things. And then I stopped in Home Depot to just get a couple of things. I needed to get some supplies for the house. And one of the employees at Home Depot is a breeder, and she breeds, I think they're Bernese Mountain Dogs. And she was in there with one of her dogs and two puppies. And just when I saw them, I just had that beautiful feeling of how it will feel to bring a new life into the home. And then I kind of had that thought, should I bring a puppy into the house before Walter goes, so he can kind of just share some of that wisdom and guidance and kind of teach the puppy about walking around the property in the home, or do I wait till afterwards? So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. But it's a tough thing, and I see you right there. Be the light that reflects out. I'm so sorry. I'm such an animal lover. I hope things go well. I am too. We have two dogs. I lost one dog this past year, but I have two dogs. Now they bred and they mated, not my dogs, my koi fish. So there's like 17 koi fish now. So two dogs, 17 koi fish. I have a green cheek Connor, and then I have two tortoises, and my son has two green tree frogs. But I have two tortoises, Little Tony and Big Tony. Little Tony is she's young. She's about 7-8 years old. No, she's about 10 now. I'm sorry. Little Tony is about a 10-year-old cherry head redfoot tortoise. She's African redfoot tortoise, and she's about this big at 10 years old, and she'll grow. They grow really slow over a long time. Then I have Big Tony. And I've had Big Tony since she is a hatchling. Big Tony I've had since she's about this big, but she is a giant African sulcata tortoise, and they grow very fast in their first 10 years. And little Tony is now about 7 years old, and she's about this big, like this big. She's about 70 pounds. I pick her up. I have to lean her against me. My hands are about this far apart when I'm holding her. Her back of her shell is resting against my stomach, and her head is here. So she's a big girl now. She's not feeling too well right now. I may have to bring her into the vet. I noticed she's a little puffy and swollen. She may have swallowed something and is just having some fluid buildup. Tortoises are incredibly resilient animals. She is a living dinosaur, man. When she walks through the house and eats, she's awesome. I have videos up about her and stuff like that online. But I have lots of animals. And you know, I love animals to the sense and to the point that I don't eat animals. I'm a vegetarian, and I don't eat... I don't eat animals because of the health aspect of it. It's not even so much of a moral aspect to where I just love animals so much. I truly believe, part of my spiritual belief, and I say to you all the time, I'm not here to get you to embrace my spiritual beliefs. This is not about you walking my path. This is about me helping you find yours and walk it confidently as that beautiful, grateful observer, and not the thoughts and emotions that we're trapped in every day. But my knowing is that every animal, everything, every life form is all a part of that one awareness that we are. It's just variations in consciousness. You know, we're here as humans. We have just enough of that divine light to experience what it means to be human. We can't fully be God or that divine light or whatever you believe we come from, because if we did, we wouldn't get to fairly experience this life as a human. Just like when I've come here to live life as a cow or a roach or a butterfly or a bird. I get just enough of that divine light to really just live fairly as that Pacific species. So when I look at dogs and cats and birds and bees, to me, this is our family members and our relatives, and this is our energy just coming back and having different experiences. I mean, why would you only want to be human? Why would you only want to have a human experience? If you are a part of that divine awareness, and you can be anything that you want to be on this infinite journey of exploration, you're going to be every single thing you could possibly be, from a human to a tree to a bird to a star to a universe. I truly believe that we get to experience all these. So I don't eat animals because I can't condone the death of another species. I can't condone extinguishing the light, the energy of that species. Now you might say, well, you're crazy, dude, man, because a cow is just a cow and a pig is just a pig. Right, but you're just a what? We say human because it's a word we've made. We're the same thing. We just have a different level of understanding. We're flesh and bone and blood. We're held together by a vibrational frequency down on a cellular level and beyond. We are photons of light. We exist in the universe. We're created from the same thing on the same world. So yeah, for me, that's what it's all about. So I really, yeah. So I love animals. I really do. But again, this isn't about me today. I talk enough all the time. This is about you. This is about what's going on in your life. And if you're stopping and listening to me for a moment, I'm live every single day. I use my insight, my life experiences, my divine gifts to connect with people, to help you pass that noise and information, that trauma and those events and actions that are inhibiting you from being free. And that's what true spiritual healing is. It's not waving a magic wand or laying a rock on your chest and believing that you're healed. And it's not hitting a singing bowl and a gong and it clearing some mythological block that's in your body. It's all about you going in and doing what's called the shadow work, the dark work, revisiting those moments and shifting your perspective. And that's what I'm here for. And today is specifically about you. Excuse me. Friday is all about you, your questions, and I give answers. So if there's something going on in your life related to the sessions we're having, black holes, universes, extraterrestrials, ghosts, your grandmother, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, politics, religion, if there's something on your mind, something on your heart that you need insight, you need advice on, you just want to share, or you just want somebody else to hear you, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Take the opportunity, take advantage. I promise you, I will give you beautiful, logically resonating insight and guidance just for you. If not, that's okay. You are under no ultimatum, no expectations. I hope you feel comfortable enough to share here, but if not, that's okay. I understand. Sometimes you can't. Right, Jay, I'm having lots of temptations, man. Lots of lust, or I feel like stealing, or I hear voices in my head. I understand. Sometimes we don't want, I'm not laughing at you, but sometimes we don't feel comfortable. I see that. Sometimes we don't feel comfortable enough asking in front of somebody else or in front of many people, or knowing the fact that somebody's going to watch this for the rest of our lives and they're going to hear this. And if that's you, you can private message me. I respond to everyone. Everyone. I respond to everyone. Every single one of you can send me a private message right through social media, even my website, and I will respond to you. On my website, there's the little chat box, the little bot, right? That bot, it's my phone. It goes to my phone. It's me. I'm a one-man show. That's why I should be and could be doing so much more if I had a team to help and support, but I'm living a life, raising a family, and trying to help change the world. And it's pretty freaking hard to do when you're a one-man show, and I've been this one-man show for about 12 years now. So, again, if there's something going on, please, if you're comfortable, share it, express it, I'll answer it. If not, you can private message me. Rosie. Yes, Rosie is asking, is it okay to cry? Absolutely. 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 Man, woman, absolutely. I hate the fact that people think they can't cry because they believe it's showing weakness. Men don't cry. What a bunch of manipulated, absolute, narcissistic bullshit. Fuck you, Jay. Is that what somebody just said here? Fuck you, Jay. Jay, you're a goober. Yeah, I am, but I'm sorry that you feel the need to express your misery in life in such a way that you just lash out and attack people rather than ask them for help. So goodbye, my friend. You see that? That's how nice profile picture there. That's there we go. Yeah. See, now I'm going to use this as a case in point right here. In spirituality, we see all the time that aspect of manipulation. Oh, the entire solar system is changing. Our entire planet is raising its vibrational state of existence. Case in point, no, it's not. No, it's not. There's always going to be an asshole. And what I mean by that is there's always going to be an opposing energy, an opposing perspective, an opposing want, an opposing need, or just somebody, and I'm being completely honest, who's just so damaged, just so broken inside that the only thing they can do to make themselves feel better is be an asshole, belittle, demean, attack another person. And that guy is the clear case of somebody who needs to shut the fuck up and let somebody like me guide them within to find out why they're being such an asshole and show them how to shift their perspective from being an asshole to being a nice person. And I'm using these words specifically because I don't like to sugarcoat things. I'm not here talking in a church, we're not in a yoga studio, and I don't have to follow any specific dogmatic or cultural traditions and teachings. I'm certified, I'm knowledgeable, I'm very well versed in many of these things, but I connect and communicate in a way for every single person, regardless of your belief and regardless of your Okay. So now this person has flagged my live for some violation, saying I'm bullying and harassing, and nowhere did I do that. So go ahead, TikTok, give me a violation because I'll appeal that shit and win. And that's my point. I don't understand, why does somebody have to be like that? If you're that hurt in life, if you're that broken, you have to become aware of it at some point. And I understand some people don't realize that. Some people don't know that they're broken and damaged to that extent. But really, when you come on, and at no point, I can understand if I'm sitting here being egotistical, if I'm just spreading nonsense, but all I'm doing is sitting here telling you how you can go within, that you can take the time for yourself to heal yourself. So somebody like that, they really have a lot of healing to do, and I block them. But yeah, I'm sure they're jumping right over onto the other format, and they're just going to sit here and say, I'm reporting or doing something. But needless to know, I have this all on recording, so it's just ridiculous. But with that being said, I love when you're real. No sugarcoating. There's no reason to sugarcoat things. That is the entire issue with life right now, is everyone is walking on eggshells. Everyone feels like they have to cater to everybody else's perspective, and they're forgetting the one most important thing in their life. This is their life. Focus on yourself. Focus on changing yourself, healing yourself, being a better version of yourself, and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. We can't change all of the issues in the world. We can only work on ourselves. And if we can be a better version of ourselves today than we were yesterday, then we are contributing to the world and the collective beyond in a positive light. Okay? So again, if you're coming onto my lives and you want to be belittling and demeaning, this isn't the room for you. There are hundreds of other rooms for you. If you think you're going to do something like get one over on me by reporting my live for being bullying, go ahead, because right now the algorithm is watching and listening to every word I'm saying, and the only thing it's going to find out is that you're lying and being fraudulent, and that's going to affect your account in the long run. So be honest in your life. Don't lie. Don't be deceitful. Don't be mean. Don't be belittling. Don't be demeaning. And if you feel like you have to be those things to feel better, then that should be that big red flag going off in your life saying, whoa, 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 there's something wrong. I need to go take a look inside and see what's happening. All right? My husband helps me be a better me. That's amazing. Knowing that people, Craig, here's Craig. Craig, where were you 5 minutes ago when I had some guy harassing me and badgering me, and I had to block him, and now he's gone into TikTok and he's actually reported my live for bullying. Where were you been, Craig? I'm just kidding. Craig is my absolute longest friend in life, and I'm going to see him this month. He's coming to visit me here in my home, and I can't wait. And I was just saying, Rosie, it's really an amazing thing when we have a partner in life who does support us and gives us that freedom. Lady Sav, what do you tell others when they're demeaning to you? What do I tell others when they're demeaning to me? I tell others, hey, listen how you're talking to me. Like, I really do. If somebody's talking to me in a belittling way, a demeaning way, a mean way, a demanding way, anything but a respectful way, I try to bring attention to it. I'm like, whoa, listen. You okay? Is something going on? Yeah, why? Well, you're speaking to me in a way like blah, blah, blah. And I bring attention to it. I'm very open and honest in my home with my children, with my wife. I'm very observant, and I don't have a problem expressing what I see going on. I don't express things in a way of expectation. I expect things in a way of like hope and in a sense of equality. If I'm treating you this way, then I would hope to be treated that way myself. So if you have somebody in your life who is belittling to you and demeaning to you, you've got to tell them. You have to be honest. Because first of all, they may know they are, they may be aware of it, but they may not be aware to how much it's affecting you or to what level and degree it's affecting you. So if you have somebody in your life who is speaking down to you in any way, you need to stop it. You need to stop it and say, listen, listen, listen. You are doing this, you're speaking to this, and the minute they say this, no, I'm not, that's not what I'm doing, that's not what I mean, you don't know what you're talking about, any of those things, if you're expressing yourself and they're just turning around saying, you don't know what you're talking about, that's not what I mean, shut up, that's not what I said. If they say anything like that, that right there, you need to hold the mirror up to them. You need to say, well, look how you're talking to me right now. You're telling me that you know my feelings and thoughts and emotions better than me. I'm expressing how I feel, but your narcissistic dominating ass is telling me that my words and my feelings and my emotions aren't right, but your perspective is. That is everything wrong in this situation. So you really need to be honest and observant and aware and bring that to their attention. Just like this guy before who came in here. And I talked about this yesterday, that emotional attachment. As soon as I saw that, I didn't mind so much that somebody came onto the chat and was just, saying foul things or being demeaning. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is going on over into the other format and reporting me as harassing and bullying, because that's just a blatant lie, and that's that's just complete abuse of power, what we can do on social media. You want to be a jerk and you want to say mean things, that's one thing. But you want to try and stifle or ruin what I'm doing for other people, now you're being bitter and vindictive, and it's a completely different type of energy you're projecting out. So that bothered me. I'm not angry. I'm not upset about it. I just don't like the fact that we have to endure that type of perspective in this world. As I said before, this isn't about embracing my beliefs and my path. This is just about me using my experiences and my gifts to help you on yours. And if that person would have said, man, I think you're a jerk, why don't you just blah, 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 and ask some sort of a question, maybe clarified, is he really a jerk or is he giving good insight and wisdom? That person would have seen within 3 sentences that I was giving them good insight and information. So, if you've got, Lady Sav, if you've got somebody in your life who's doing that to you, you've got to put your foot down. You do not deserve that, and you cannot be spoken to and treated like that. I don't give a shit if this person, pays your rent, is your man, your woman. I don't care who they are in your life, and I'm talking to all of them. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. And if you are somebody who is belittling and demeaning and expecting of another person in your life in a dominating way, stop it. Reach out. Express what's going on in your life so somebody like me can honestly help and guide you to a place of healing and understanding, please, because there's no place in the world for that. But as I did say before, there's always going to be an opposition. And sometimes that opposition will be an honest perspective, and sometimes that opposition will just come from somebody being deceitful. In the end, they're going to lose. They're not going to win, because light always prevails. With that being said, my friends, my mind is in 1,000 places right now. I don't want to do a full, long meditation with you. But what I do want to do with you, and this is what we're going to talk about on Monday, is I tell you all the time those micro moments, those micro meditation moments. You can be in your car, you can be having a conversation in the middle of the supermarket, and something can go on, you can hear something, you can read something, you can see something, smell something, taste something, whatever it is. Your phone can ring and somebody can tell you something. You can get some information that just alters and shifts you. Why do men have such a problem with crying? Because we've been conditioned to believe that we We've been conditioned to believe that masculine means dominating and powerful as opposed to being strong and truthful. We've been conditioned and raised in a version of society that has been based on male patriarchal society, men dominating the world, and again, that narcissistic stance. I'm better than everybody else. I'm stronger than everybody else. An absolute tear coming down my cheek would be a sign of weakness, which is just complete and utter BS. I have 7,000 videos online. I've probably cried in about 3,000 of them at least. In the past 20, today's session 30, right? This is our 30th session. Our first week I cried, our second week I cried, and I'm sure in the weeks to come I will cry connecting with you, hearing, talking about something. It happens. Men don't cry because they hide and they bury their emotions. They let them out in ways of like anger and rage and belittling and demeaning rather than getting in touch with that feminine side of them where they can express those feelings of empathy and compassion and sympathy. And that is one of the top 3 issues with everything on our planet is that type of male perspective. So, and as I was just saying, those micro moments when our emotions get the better of us. And this week we'll be talking about the open eye aspect of meditation. But you might not even feel comfortable in the supermarket taking that moment. You're in the cereal aisle, you're just stressed out because you're thinking about something from work and your heart's racing, your breath is going, you can feel your body temperature changing, you're getting angry, you're sweating. So you need that moment. Maybe you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes in the middle of the cereal aisle and taking those 3 or 30 deep breaths to the center of the chest, but you can do it with your eyes open. And we all have daydreamed in our life, and daydreaming is natural meditation. It's exactly what it is. And if all of you right now, as you're staring at me, you may be looking at my eyes, you may be looking at my mouth talking, but as you're looking at me, don't focus on a part of my face or my body, but kind of just look through me. See how you can see but kind of stare through and almost create that feeling of oblivion. And you're looking at me, but you're not focused on me, but in that moment of observation, you can see everything else around you in the room. Clear as day, but you're still focusing on me. That's what meditation is like. We get into that zone where everything's clear and blissful and peaceful, and in the mind's eye, everything's crystal clear, and then somebody snaps us out of it and we forget, like waking up from a dream, like that whole thing. Well, you can do that. You can just stop. And right now, instead of looking at me, look down in front of you at almost like a 45-degree angle. Don't look at the floor. We're not looking up. We're not looking straight ahead. Just slightly relax your gaze ahead of you. There could be objects in front of you, the floor behind you. Again, you're not focusing on any one specific object. You're just looking down peacefully with an open gaze. Look ahead with an open gaze. Even like when we close our eyes in meditation, you still feel and sense that stillness because you're still disconnecting from the exterior world and kind of going within, but you're just observing without words, labels, and judgments. So go ahead, look. Relaxed view ahead of you, just staring open. You can blink. And now, as you're in this position, begin to take those deep breaths in through the nose or mouth, whatever's comfortable, filling the lungs completely, resting in between the breath, and then completely exhaling. On your own, deep breath in. You too, Craig. Relaxing and full exhale. still that soft, open gaze ahead. Breathing in again, filling the lungs. Full exhale. Breathe in again. And exhale and let go. And bring your eyes back to me. You can do this. You can do this anytime your emotions are getting the better of you. Thoughts and emotions, not thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions, they're separate things. Thoughts appear, emotions rise. Emotions rise, it triggers thoughts. They go hand in hand, but they're two separate things. And we're not just becoming the observer of our thoughts, but of our emotions too. And that is that whole Buddhist teaching about emotional detachment. Okay? So, my friends, you have that ability. Stare off into space. Take some nice deep breaths. I promise you, you will feel better. For those of you who have been here with me today, thank you so much. Thank you for watching and joining in for the past 6 weeks. We have an incredible journey ahead. We'll be back on Monday, 11 a.m. New York time, right here. And every single one of these videos are available to watch afterwards. You just have to click on that image and find that link on my profile. And not only could you watch every video, you can download my first book for free. I uploaded it to Google Drive and it's a gift for you. No email, no data collection. Click it, it opens, it's yours. And for the person who felt like they needed to say derogatory statements earlier or flag my video and report it for bullying, if there is something going on in your life and you are going through something, or you have some pain or something happening within you, and there is nobody around you to connect and communicate and help you, reach out to me. We'll get past that barrier and we will find that common ground. I'm here for you, man. I promise. As I say all the time, I don't care who you are, what you've done in your life, what color your skin is, what race you are, who you sleep with, what you call yourself, pray to, worship, salute to, none of that. I don't. The only thing I care about is that we are all trying to be better versions of ourselves today than we were yesterday, and we keep that energy going forward. So if you're out there still listening, I'm here. There's an opportunity for you. No hate. Everyone, thank you so much for being here with me today. I look forward to hearing from you. Remember, if you aren't comfortable asking or just putting your comment up here in the chat, you're more than welcome to private message me, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon, and take care.